Yes, a very pleasant good day, my beloved brothers and sisters in Christ and outside the body of Christ. Well, once again, this is your Christian brother, Eric Braxton, speaking to you all from his beloved country, Trinidad and Tobago, the land of my nativity, the land of my birth, Trinidad and Tobago, this wonderful island country that is in the blue Caribbean Sea, speaking to you all in the month of February 2021. As I continue to discuss with you all about the angels that God created, I have to discuss about the angels that God created, how God make them and the abilities they have. Now I do not know every ability that the angels have. I doesn't know, and I know that each angels have different abilities, and that's why they depend upon one another. That says, as the human beings have different abilities, we depend upon one another. You understand, brothers and sisters? And the angels are limited, just as we are limited. That is how God created the angels, and that is how God created man. And of course, I have to put my little friends in the mix to all the animals. They are limited too. That's how God created all of us. But God is supreme. You see? That's the fact. I am not saying these things that insult the angels that God created, neither to insult mankind, and neither to insult my little friends, the animals. I'm stating to you all, and I'm putting it on public record, in the public domain, for all and sundry. In this video that I'm recording, that is how God creates His creation. Don't you all know that the trees and all the plants are limited too? Okay, well, if Eric Braxton is talking a bunch of hogwash and garbage and nonsensical foolishness, name me any tree in the world that you all know that keep on growing, and it reach the planet Mars, or it reach the moon, or it is taller than any of the skyscrapers in America, and that tree continue to grow. Is any tree like that in the world? The answer is no. Not all the trees and plants will grow to a certain height and remain there, because there's a limit. Everything God created put limits on it, including the angels that He created first, mankind, of course, my little friends, the animals, and all the plants and trees have limits. They not continue growing and getting taller and going up into heaven. They reach a certain height and that is it. And we know that some trees are taller than others. We know that because we are seeing that it is glaring in front of every one of us, and we cannot deny that. What about the clouds? Don't you all know? Why? In any case, I'll leave the clouds for a different time. Yes. And no man cannot be in 10 locations at the same time. Eric Braxton is in one location, but I cannot be in 10 other locations at the same time, because I do not have that ability, brothers and sisters. And let me teach you all something here now. You all could say Eric Braxton is talking on the top of his head. He doesn't know what he's saying. Don't you know God doesn't split up Himself to be everywhere? God is sitting on His throne in one location, but He's seeing everything that is taking place all over the world at the same time and throughout the universe. And throughout the universe at the same time. So God sits on the throne and He's seeing throughout the universe what is taking place, and He is hearing throughout the universe what is taking place. The kind of supreme abilities God have. Yes. But the angels doesn't have that, and man doesn't have that. That is how God created his creation. And there's limit on the creation. Everything he creates has limits. Everything he creates has limit. But with God, there's no limit with God. Right? And I want you all to know also, for the angels to know what is taking place in different places, that the angels have to travel. And as he travels to different locations, he will be seeing things, witnessing things, and he will be having a knowledge of these things that is taking place in all these different geographical locations of that country that the angels is in. Same way, I will leave Trinidad and Tobago from Point 410, traveling up in a Maxwell the bus. And as I travel, I'm witnessing, I seen a man selling, I seen the car get crashed on the road, I seen the police stopping. I'm seeing all these things and having knowledge of all these things in my travel till I reach my destination. You see, that's how God creates us. But can I stay in Point 410 in that little village I is and see the policeman stopping traffic quite up in San Fernando? No, I can't know that. You see, I cannot see that, and I cannot know that. You understand? Inside my house, or at least in the bush. Can I know that? In the back of my house, tending to my plants, and nobody haven't come and tell me about the policeman stopping traffic. I didn't hear it on no radio and no TV, and nobody haven't stopped to call me and tell me, you know, the policeman. Can I know that? The answer is no. You see, that's what I'm trying to teach you all. You see, that's the fact. But God in heaven sit on the throne. And in all nations, He's seeing all what the police officers are doing in all nations at the same time. Hey, hey, let me teach all you something. All you think, you know, in the movies, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, using this internet as my social media platform to reach out to you all with these truths, with these facts, with, of course, with my Christian right and our fellowship. You know, in some movies, you see the man in the room, and he have 1,000 TVs in front of him, and all the TVs on, and he's watching what is taking, and all these TVs on, and tuning into different countries, and he's watching the different 1,000 TVs, and he's seeing what is taking place at let me say it's 500 TVs or 1,000 TVs, but each of them tune into all the nations of the earth, and he's picking up through the satellite, of course, and he's seeing all what is taking place in the countries, in each country, through the TVs and things with that 1,000 TVs. All you think God is like that? All you think where God the Father is sitting on his holy righteous throne, that golden wonderful throne that the Holy One of Israel is sitting upon, and Jesus Christ with Michael and Gabriel with the wonderful wings over the head of God the Father and Christ. These super archangels, the angels, with a powerful wings stretch out over the head of God the Father and Jesus Christ. It's what God created, you know. Like the wonderful office and portfolio, the whole, you know. Michael and Gabriel, you know, the divine kingdom government of God in the world. And with a lovely rainbow over God's head, as we read in the book of Revelation. And God the Father sit on the throne, and with Jesus Christ. Only thing God the Father and Jesus Christ have a million television in the room, so you could see what taking place in all the countries. No, it's not so. God had no television in the front of him, and no thousand of TV inside the holy temple in heaven where he is. God with his two eyes seeing what is taking place all over the world. At the same time, God the Father and Jesus Christ. But Michael and Gabriel is standing at both of them, and they're not seeing what is taking place all over the world at the same time, like God the Father and Jesus Christ. I to tell you what I'm teaching you, I to show you the great, the supreme power, the supreme greatness of God. Sitting on the throne, and he's watching all what is taking place through the universe at the same time. God the Father and Jesus Christ. He missing nothing through the world. It is happening and he's seeing it. He chose certain things he could choose not to see at the same time, but he know, and all these things all over the world, through the universe at the same time. He had no television inside a trillion television or to tune in what is taking place all over the universe. No, that is not true. A lot of people want to put God in that category as the man down here inside the room. No. He need 500 television, 1,000 television set up. Tune into each country through the satellite to see and the people here, you watching here and you watching here, and your head only moving and you wiggle to monitor all them TV at the same time. You see? But that man, but no television in the room, that 1,000 television. You think he could just watch with the closing the door, with the bare eyes, and see all them things taking place in the if it's 300 nations on the earth, see what is taking place in these 300 nations on the earth constantly, and no television inside it. He will not see nothing. He will only see what is inside the room, the picture on the wall, the carpet, and the chair that he's sitting on, and the fridge, what's inside the room. And he will hear the car passing outside and the people talking. But hundreds of miles in other countries, thousand miles away in other country, he is seeing nothing because he has no television inside there. You see, that's how God creates us. That's how God makes us. You see? And look, the angels, they is more higher than us. And look, Michael and Gabriel is at the side of the Father with the wings stretched up, and they even know what's taking place in China. Why is it at the throne? At the same, you think, so all you think that when Michael and Gabriel is in heaven, from heaven they could see what's taking place in China with their eyes, and they could see what's taking place in Trinidad and America with their eyes in the 50 states at the same time. Michael don't have that ability, and none of the like holy angels don't have that ability, because God did not create them that way to do these things at the same time where they is in heaven. When the like holy angels leave heaven and they come on the earth and they're traveling through the different countries, they will be witnessing these things, or wheresoever location they are, then go back up to heaven. All of them know that. Well, I tell you all that. But God don't have to leave heaven to come on earth to see these things. He's seeing that everything what is taking place right on the throne that he's sitting down, in all the nations of the earth at the same time. 24 hours, day and night. And not only in all the countries, throughout the universe at the same time. So only thing God only watching down on the earth, but he is looking at the planet Jupiter and all these other places. He is down here, all you have it around his eyes is everywhere throughout the universe at the same time. Both Christ and the Father. That's the facts of the matter, you know. Yes. That's the facts I'm presenting to you all. Why am I presenting that facts to you all? Because that's what is actually taking place. Yes. Some people want to put limits on God and say God is only, he can't see everywhere. And God cannot hear everything at the same time. And he doesn't know what's taking place in different countries at the same time and throughout the universe. And that's why they say God does know everything. And that's why they will say God is ignorant. God is not everywhere. He not seeing everything, and he can't see everything because he don't have these abilities to hear everything, to see everything, and to be everywhere. So they will say God is missing out a lot of. He's missing out on a lot of the action. A lot of people will say that God, the Father, is missing out a lot of the action, man. He's ignorant. There are a lot of things happening in the past and now, and he doesn't even know both Christ and the Father. So they will say God. They will say God does know everything, and they will say he can't know everything. He's not in touch with everything. They will say all these things towards God. They have things mixed up because they are talking through ignorance. You see? They is talking through ignorance. And I'm giving you all the facts concerning this God. The Creator God, how great he is. Supreme greatness applied to him. All does know that. All does know that. And therefore I'm telling you all this thing about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, this great God. But I think this God is some what did this call it by? What is the word by? I'm trying to lose track of the word. But look at this God. And some people will ask the question, and they have asked the question. I don't know if they get the answer right, but I will give them the right answer about the vast universe that God created with these thousands of planets and Milky Way system. And look how vast the universe is. And you hear the scientists and them saying there are millions of planets and stars and all these things. They will say, why did God create all these planets and stars, and each of them 1,000 or million light years away from one another and all these things? So this universe is vast. There's no end to it. Is that true? That is facts, is true. Then why create all these billions of planets? They say there are billions of planets, you know. Billions of planets, and the bigger than the Earth, or bigger as the Earth, or bigger than the Earth. And you see how far one planet is millions of light years from our next planet, and all these things. Oh, they are joined up to one another, you know. You see how much of them he create, and how vast this universe is. There's no end to it. And God creates all these things. They will say to impress who? Is God showing off with his divine power? God is not no showing off on God. All these silly questions that is bring up. Who God is trying to impress with his vast creation. Trying to show off on human beings and all kind of thing. God is not showing off on no human beings. He is demonstrating his supreme power. God is showing that I only alone, I could do that. And no angels and no man can do that, because I create the angels and I create man. And you see all this vastness, I bring it into existence. And without me, if I didn't choose to create no angels, it had no angels. And if I didn't choose to bring this universe into existence, it would not have no universe. And if I didn't choose to create no animals or no man, it would not have none of these things into existence. Only I alone will be here, I and Christ, God the Father and Jesus Christ. I know a lot of you all will say, when is Eric Braxton talking on behalf of God? Since was he ordained a prophet to talk on God? He seems like Eric Braxton is a prophet now. He's talking on God's behalf. Look at the manner he's talking. He's talking on behalf of God. You see, the mouthpiece of God and all these things. When have ever Braxton attained to this office and all these things? I never claimed to be no prophet. A lot of you all don't have me down as a so-called prophet of doom. And all of mine. But the reality is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters all over the world, God is demonstrating that by His greatness and by what He have done. He's showing you He alone could do it and no one else. And He's showing you that from the book of Isaiah. You see the kind of statement He's making in the book of Isaiah. All you go and read it for yourself in the book of Isaiah. Read it for yourself. You think God is talking for talking sake? It is talking not. Talking not to show us that He alone could do it, and He alone have done it, and no one else cannot do it. That's what He's showing us. Yes, God is talking His big talk. And the politician them that talk the big talk, well, God is talking His big talk. Yeah, because He's showing you He could create big planet. That's why I thought He might speak it into existence. Yeah, so now, yeah, God have talking His big talk. Yeah, what He could do with His supreme power, what He have done with it. And this one in England who died as recently, Christopher, saying God is not great. But you know He live and He die. That British intellectual who have lived and died, but he cannot even create one ant, much as a planet like the planet Jupiter, or one like the Earth that is smaller than the planet Jupiter. He haven't created none. But with all this talk he was talking like, he died and gone, and he haven't created none. But the God who created the whole universe, whether he said he not great. Trying to discredit God. You haven't discredited God at all. I know a lot of people believe in Him. A lot of people believe in Him, you know, because they like Him how He just talk and thing. And saying God is, he say He have a book called God is not great. He died recently. So he didn't become a Christian, but died an atheist. And saying God is, if there is a God, He not great at all. But you call the football, you call Pele great, the great footballer. You call Maradona the great Maradona. You call them men great, but when coming to God, He say God not great. How ridiculous he was thinking. You see, all you see for all yourself. Forgetting him, Christopher what by? I can't remember his last name or not. But there are a lot of tapes on YouTube on his different debates and all these things with Matt Donald and different other debaters and different fields of belief and different for the philosophers and professors and things, of different fields. You have a lot of debates with them and things, discussion with them on different matters and things, on religion and on God and Bible and all these things. You don't really with the Bible and all these things. It's a atheist. But he say if there is a God and He didn't fact create the universe and all these things, he say God is not great. Well, all the people down here on earth, but when he say Pele is great, but Pele haven't created no country, Pele haven't created no moon and stars, but the God who created the moon and stars say not great. And I see no one down here created moon and stars and planet as the creator God. The little petty invention that they make it down here, the little car, the little plane, the little fan, the little aeroplane. That's what we could do. But can we create any planet and moon and stars and sun to shine like what God already created? We can't create none of these things. As a matter of fact, can the scientists create angels like you? Oh my God! What Eric Broxson really putting himself to, boy? Oh boy, a lot of only was say, Eric Broxson putting himself in hot water now. Look at what Eric Broxson is saying. Can be scientists, men of high learning, the brightest of men upon the earth. The brightest of academia upon the earth, the brightest men from King College, the brightest men from Cornwall University, the brightest men from Oxford University, and all the different think tank, prestige university of the world, and think tank institution of the world, put them together, all of them, in a big arena. You see where they play the American football, you see you could hold 500,000, put all of these bright men there, like Grace Tyson and all the rest of them there. The physicists and all of them there. Men of science, the brightest. You think any of them could produce angels, create angels like God created angels? Because none of them can create one angels. But where angels come from, God created angels. The angels are spirit, supernatural beings. They can create that. Only God is a spirit. He could do that. See the difference? Let's see the difference. But what these scientists could discuss in that prestige auditorium, big arena, what did they discuss about the fears of the world, about the invention and the research and all in the different fields, of the intended programs, what they tend to do in the future for the world, and all these things in politics, sports, and the scientific community, and all these things. You understand? They will be discussing that kind of talk. But put these men there, can any of them create a sun, a moon, a planet? None of them can do that, because none of them is God. All of them are human beings like myself. Am I correct or am I wrong? I am correct. I'm not wrong about that at all. You see what I'm trying to show you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world? What have we created down here? We little car, we little cell phones and all these inventions. But at the end of the day, we can't create no planet, no moon, and we can't create no animals. Is animals through sex with one another, going to procreation as God created them? We can't create no animals on the own. And what about trees? Can we create tree on the own? The answer is no. We're taking one seed from a tree and with different seeds and planting it in mass volume to get more tree of the same type. That's all we're doing. God is the creator. He already created all these things. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, this is the fact of the matter. This is the fact of the matter. So it's showing you everything that God created have limits. The angels have limits. The animals have limits. Man have limits. In our hearing, in our seeing, in our smelling, our tasting, and also in our growing. Do you all know it have any angels getting taller and taller? Again, taller and taller, taller. At the size God created the angels, at the size of the angel. You only know any other human beings that is tall like any of the skyscrapers in America, and he continue to grow? No. When he reach a certain height, he stop. He might be the tallest man in the world and make his way in the Guinness Book of Record, or the tallest woman, or the tallest animal, but there's a limit. When you reach a size it. And so with the grass and all the different plants, you see there a limit, they continue growing. You see, everything has limits. That's how God create the universe. I mean, create the plants and animals and all these things down here. And I don't have to teach you all these things. You all seen it every day, and it's in front of each and every other face, every one face. So we know that. But I still mention it to you because none of you all are seeing the cat getting bigger and bigger and going up and taller. He passing me on. Look how tall he's going, and all you're seeing that happening to none of the trees and to no human beings. and none of the plants. All you know, they reach a certain height and that is it. I don't have to teach you all that. And none of we have to go to school to know that. Because when we see the trees, we see that every day. The tree is the same height, the dog is the same height, they reach a certain height. Everybody, like common knowledge for all of us. But I still mention it to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, so none of my learned friends, colleagues in the scientific community that gather in that big stadium were not able to create no new angels. None of them were not able to create new angels. But how they will start with? Can they create spirit? They weren't able to create no spirit. Because they don't have the power to do it, and they don't have the ability to do that. You see? That's a fact, that's reality. I want you all to accept that. This is the kind of discussion that I'm sitting with you all from each week, each month, at the end of each year, to discuss with you all and bring forward, and lay it at all your feet, lay it at all your hands, lay it at the table. So, and I invite all of you all over the world to come and dine with me on my table and to eat everything that I'm teaching you all, and to be filled with the truth and to run with it and to tell others what I've teach you all in these videos, and to have discussion wherever you all are, at home, in the park, at school, to discuss and let others know about my videos, and give each of my video a Christian high five with a positive acceptance in the name of Jesus Christ. Because none of my videos is of any entertainment purpose, because I'm not no entertainer on the stage to entertain any of you all. I bring the facts to you all, I present it to you all, so that you all absorb it in all your heart, mind and soul, and let it remain there, and tell others about it. Because in all my videos, who am I pointing? All what I say in this video and all my videos, who am I pointing you all to at the end of the day and the night? At the end of the day and night, I'm pointing you all, not to myself, but to who? Jesus Christ, the Savior of the world. And to the Holy Scriptures, the original King James Bible. Let me all hear it, boys and girls, once again. Let me all hear it, boys and girls, pointing you all to Jesus Christ and the Bible, the words of God. From where? From Genesis to Revelation. From Genesis to Revelation. Well, this video, I will not give it a whole hour run, but it already crossed 30 minutes. So a little 5 minutes again, and we'll come to the end of this video. So brothers and sisters, that's the fact that I'm presenting to you all. And when you all read the Bible, you all will see all what I'm telling you all. In different places in the Bible, you will see that is how God creates his creation and put limits on the creation. But with God, there is no limit with him. Because why? There is nothing hard for God to do, and all things are possible with God. God himself said that, and God is not lying. God cannot lie. This God is a real great God, you know. God is supreme great, you know. Imagine you're having a being as God, sitting in a temple in heaven, that wonderful temple, God the Father and Jesus Christ, sitting upon his throne, you know, and he's seeing all and looking at his great creation, the universe that he created, you know. And he's seeing everything, he's hearing everything throughout the universe at the same time. Only God have that. Only God could do that. Only He alone have these supreme abilities. And dealing with the traveling of God, I want to put that in the mix before I come to the end of this video. How much speed all you think God could travel at? Well, the angels are here. I hear people they say, but I know it's true. They say the angels and them, God, well, they're supernatural beings. I saw God create them. They travel faster than the speed of sound. Is that true? Yes. And some of them, or maybe all of them. But in any case, they travel faster than the speed of light. And the speed of light is 186,000 miles per second. Or you look on the watch. You see that little thing again? That second. And next second. So when 100,000 miles, 186,000 miles, he done gone there already. And next, so you see the kind of distance these angels are them are covering in a seconds. Oh my God! See the kind of supernatural abilities God endowed these angels with when He created them. They travel fast as the speed of light. There is nothing physical on this earth could travel as the speed as other angels. Like you all didn't hear that. There is no bird, there is no fish, and there is no mosquito, and there is no donkey or monkey or horse that could travel faster than the angels. Because these monkey, donkey, and cockroach and frogs, them are physical creatures, and God did not create them, but these are supernatural abilities. But the angels have these abilities, travel fast as the speed of sound and fast as the speed of light, 186,000 miles per second. Only they not know that. Yes, that's the way God created the angels. And the three super archangels could travel that speed: Michael, Gabriel, and Lucifer, and the rest. But you think I would not add in too? You think I just mentioned Michael and Gabriel? No, not at all. But try to understand that. Right. As I continue on this road, teaching you all these facts. But let us deal with God now and with man. Is any man? Well, we is human beings. So we just like we in the same context like the donkey and mosquito. They can travel faster than the speed of light, and we can travel no speed of light, because God did not give us that ability. Neither did He give none of the animals that ability. Who did He give that ability? The angels that He created before mankind, that He created before the frogs and before man. Right? I hope I clear up that part. Let us move to the next level now. What about God Himself? Well, you think any angels could travel faster than the speed of God? The answer is no. The Michael, the archangels, Gabriel, the three super archangels and the seraphims and the rest of them, they are traveling with 186,000 miles per second, fast as the speed of light and faster than the speed of light. Okay, I will give them a little 200,000 miles per second, so it's gone over the 186. Okay. But God, the Creator, He's the fastest speeder in the universe. Only they know that He's traveling at a zillion miles per second. Like all they didn't hear what I said. I said 1 zillion miles per second the Creator is traveling. A zillion is over a billion and over a million. Now find out now how much is 1 zillion. I, Aaron Braxton, will find time to find out how much make up a zillion, and I will come back to report to you all in the shortest possible time how much I have come up to find out how much is a billion, a zillion. I will report back to you all, ladies and gentlemen, in the shortest possible time to carry on this discussion with you all. God the Father and Jesus Christ is traveling faster than a zillion miles per second. Oh, that is speed, boy. That is speed. Nobody can catch up with them. No angels can catch up with them, and no man and no animal could catch up with them at that speed. Why am I teaching you all that, and why I'm saying that? Once again, back to the supreme greatness of God. Mm-hmm. 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 But a lot of you all don't want to accept that fact. You all want to challenge me, Eric Braxton. You all doesn't want to humble your heart, mind, and soul. You all want to adopt the attitude as the children of Israel in the wilderness. To give Eric Braxton some form of thunder and say, who would teach Eric Braxton that? When you read that in book, let you mention the author of the book who teach you that he can have that insight. A God traveling at that zillion miles per second. Who teach you that? Did God reveal that to he directly? Did he see that in a vision? Did God send out Michael or Gabriel? And yeah, they like holy angels and appear before me and tell me that personally. They want to find out that, yeah. So they say, we are accepting what Braxton is telling us. Yeah, he just talking on the top of his head. Yeah. I will get that kind of position. I know that. But to use all, on the other hand, who is not like them, with that humble heart and with that humble mind, and accept what I say, you all have done the right thing. Because I'm telling you all the truth and the facts. 1 zillion miles per second God is traveling at. No angels can pick up with God according to that speed, and no man and no animals. So who is the fastest being in the universe? God himself. Nobody can be faster than he. Nobody can be faster than he at all. I'm letting you all know that. That's why I'm teaching you all that. Nobody can be faster than Jesus Christ and the Father. No one cannot be faster than them. And you know Christ and the Father is one. And no angels can be faster than both of them, and no man and no animal cannot be faster than them. That's the facts of the matter, ladies and gentlemen. That's the fact of the matter. Ooh, that's the fact of the matter. But you see what I do? I give Michael, Gabriel, and of course the rest of the angels a little, well, not me, I'm just using that because I in fact what God gave them a little 200, 200,000 miles per second. Yeah, 200,000. So 100,000, and next 100,000 to make it 200,000 miles per second. But can Michael travel 1 billion miles a second? No. Except God give him that ability. Then Michael will travel 1 billion miles per second. Except God give Gabriel that ability, then will Gabriel travel 1 billion miles per second. It comes from God and God alone. Why? Because he's the one who created the angels, and he's the only one who gave them that ability. They cannot get it from no one else. Not from me, and not from the animals, of course. What about I, Eric Braxton? Since I'm talking about this talk, can Eric Braxton obtain that ability to travel fast as the angels? 100 miles per 186,000 miles per second? Or 200,000 miles per second? And maybe beyond that? For I to obtain that ability, God have to give it to me. Because it only comes from him and no one else. Eric Braxton is not recording these videos to show off on anyone, to claim that I am more knowledgeable than anyone. I'm having this discussion with you all, ladies and gentlemen, because I need to have the discussion with you all to point out these serious facts to you all, because a lot of you all are not hearing it from nobody. and you all are totally ignorant to it. And I want you all to be aware of it, of these things that I'm discussing with you all. So you all will see how great this God is, and how He have created the creation with its limit. But when coming to He, God Himself, there is no limit on Him. Although a lot of people want to put limit on God. They weren't able to put no limit on He. God, I could assure you all that. I could assure you all that. Mark my word, I assure you all that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, I hope that what I have discussed with you all, of course, is very informative what I've discussed with you all, and it is food for thought. And therefore, since it's food for thought, I need you all to eat and be filled and digest with this teaching. And accept it in all your heart, mind, and soul, a full 100%. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world. So without further ado, may God bless you all for hearing, for listening to Eric Braxton, because after all, I'm reaching out to you all with my Christian Right Hand Fellowship. To a lot of you all who are not Christians, become a Christian by accepting Christ, accepting the Bible, joining that church in all the district area that observe Saturday as the Sabbath day. If you don't have a Bible, run to the Bible store, bookstore, and buy the original King James Bible in the shortest possible time. Begin reading Genesis to Revelation. Go and join all yourself to that church in the neighborhood that observes Saturday as the Sabbath. Introduce all yourself to the pastor and to his wife. Tell them you all want to become Christian. Join the studies on a Wednesday or a Thursday. Begin reading the Bible. Prepare for baptism. Get baptized, and then begin with tracts in all your hands, telling the people about Jesus Christ. And if you all want to record videos that I do, you all open all a YouTube account or account on Facebook or Twitter and start recording videos like I record, and start making videos and telling people about the gospel of salvation. So without further ado, may God bless you all in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen and amen. See you all in the next video soon. Shalom, my friend. Shalom. Be peace. Peace.